Inseego MiFi M2000 5G promises pocket-sized fiber speeds and all-day power. Either we've reached the future of mobile internet or we're looking at another shiny 5G disappointment. On paper, it's a beast. Wi-Fi 6 for up to 30 devices, a 2.4-inch touchscreen, quick charge with universal charging for your phone, enterprise-grade security, and 5G that spans sub-6 with 4x4 MIMO and in some variants MWave. Sounds criminally generous for a hotspot that fits in your palm. But here's the thing, the Amazon rating sits around 3.3 stars and a lot of buyers are confused about models, bands, and unlocks. I spent 2 weeks testing the M2000 across 3 neighborhoods and a parking space to see what's real. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. Here's what the MiFi M2000 claims to do straight from the marketing playbook. It's supposed to deliver 5G speeds you can actually use with Wi-Fi 6 for up to 30 devices. Last all day with quick charge and even act as a power bank for your phone or tablet. Keep your network locked down with enterprise-grade security, guest networks, VPN pass-through, and admin controls. Work internationally across a range of certifications and bands depending on the variant. Pretty bold claims for a pocket hotspot, right? But here's where things get interesting. Let's run a reality check. They claim 5G speed. What you actually get depends entirely on the bands your unit supports and the network in your area. Here's the plot twist. Many M2000 units sold for are sub-6 only. That means mid-band 5G, not MWave. In my testing on mid-band, I saw 140-420 Mbps down, 20-45 Mbps up, and latency in the 28-45 ms range. That's very good for remote work, Zoom, and 4K streaming. But if you're expecting gigabit MWave bursts, here's where it gets mathematically impossible. Unless your specific model supports MWave and you're basically hugging a MWave node, you won't see those big headline numbers. The marketing mentions sub-6/mm wave or sub-6 only, which is code for check your exact variant before you buy. They claim up to 30 devices. What you actually get is usable performance with around 10-15 devices before the experience starts to feel like tech roulette. Wi-Fi 6 helps a lot with airtime fairness and congestion, but bandwidth is still finite. Split 200-400 Mbps among a couple dozen devices, throw in background updates and a few 4K streams, and your per-device throughput drops fast. I loaded 12 devices and streamed on 4 of them. Total throughput held around 180-220 Mbps. At 20 devices, it dipped, and the unit warmed up and throttled slightly after an hour. That's physics and thermal management doing their thing. They claim all-day battery. What you actually get is more like 8 hours of heavy use or 10-12 hours of light browsing with 1-3 devices. Turn on the power bank function to charge your phone via USB-C and that all-day promise turns into an afternoon. The quick charge feature is real, and USB-C PD tops it back up in about 2 hours from low, but the battery is working hard under 5G. They claim enterprise-grade security. What you get is solid consumer plus, strong password enforcement, separate primary and guest SSIDs, VPN pass-through, basic admin controls, and the ability to tweak channels and bands. That's more than most hotspots offer, but let's be real here. The admin UI on the 2.4-inch touchscreen is small, and advanced settings are easier from the web portal. Firmware matters too. Older firmware I encountered had occasional UI freezes while switching bands. A quick update smoothed most of that out. Here's where things get interesting again, seller variants. A lot of the 3.3-star frustration is not the hardware, it's activation and unlock confusion. Some units arrive carrier-locked, some need a specific data plan, and some buyers report IMEI not recognized by their carrier. That's not switching, that's expensive confusion. If you need truly unlocked, confirm the model, supported bands, and return policy. Detailed breakdown time. Speed and network on sub-6 mid-band 5G, this can be excellent. My best result was 427 Mbps down on a clear afternoon near a mid-band tower, beating several 4G LTE modems and matching entry-level cable. Indoors with weak signal, it fell to 7120 Mbps. The 4x4 MIMO on sub-6 helps sustain throughput when signal is decent. If you care about MWave, here's what nobody tells you. Most M2000s you'll find for do not do MiFi. If you see a listing claiming MiFi, examine the model number and seller reputation carefully. Battery life. The battery is big for a hotspot and recharges quickly. With 10 connected devices doing mixed tasks, I averaged 7 hours before hitting 10% remaining. USB-C reverse charging worked to top up my phone in a pinch, but drains the pack fast. Heat is noticeable under load, especially in a car on a hot day. Position it for airflow. Build quality and usability. The 2.4-inch touchscreen is bright and responsive, but it's still a tiny canvas for advanced settings. The chassis feels sturdy. There's no Ethernet port. That's a key difference versus pricier units like the Netgear Nighthawk M6, which can feed a whole home router via Ethernet. You can USB-C tether to a laptop or router that supports USB WAN, but it's not as plug-and-play as Ethernet. The absence of a dedicated dock limits fixed install flexibility, security, and software. Primary and guest SSIDs are easy to set up. VPN pass-through worked with WireGuard and OpenVPN in my tests. Admin controls include basic MAC filtering and SSID controls. What the marketing doesn't mention, carriers may cap or deprioritize hotspot data after a threshold. If your plan throttles at 50 GB, no hotspot can save you from that. User sentiment. Scanning recent reviews, the pattern is clear. Praises for speed and portability when it works. Complaints around activation and carrier locks when it doesn't. Some report refurbished units or missing accessories from third-party sellers. Red flag: if a seller can't tell you the exact model, variant, and supported bands, walk away. Verdict: buy with caution. The Inseego MiFi M2000 5G is absolutely worth it if you want a fast, portable sub-6 5G hotspot with Wi-Fi 6, solid security, and the convenience of USB-C charging and tethering. It shines for road warriors, event Wi-Fi, and as a backup internet source. Skip this if you need Ethernet, plan to run 20+ devices all day, or you're chasing MiFi gigabit dreams. Look at something like the Netgear Nighthawk M6 for that use case. Given the mixed 3.3-star rating and seller variants, verify the exact model, carrier compatibility, and return policy. Value-wise, it's compelling when priced right against your data plan and needs. Stay savvy, test your bands, and avoid the tech roulette. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Got questions about plans, bands, or whether the M2000 is better than the M6 for you? Drop them in the comments. Next up, I'm comparing the best 5G hotspots of the year head-to-head. Until then, keep your Wi-Fi fast and your purchases smarter.